My friend Justin and I decided to explore one of the furthest points north of the west coast, a hiking trail known as the Ozette Triangle. The Ozette Triangle is located in the Olympic National Park of Washington State. The Olympic National Park is known for its endless nature and forests, and this coastline never disappoints. My friend Justin and I planned a 3-day hiking trip around this loop. The Ozette Triangle is a popular hike. It is 9.4 miles long and takes you through long stretches of coastline in the rainforest. The best times to visit the Ozette Triangle is from April until October, but make sure you leave your dog home because no dogs are allowed on this trail. Also keep in mind that you will need to pay $30 for your vehicle. When you're planning your trip for this coastline, make sure it's low tide. Justin and I tried to make our way to the Norwegian Memorial for the 18 sailors who lost their lives, but we were unable to make it because the tide came in too high and we couldn't walk across the beach, which was located down south of the Ozette Triangle. This loop is also famous for the 300 to 500 year old petroglyphs carved into the rocks by the Macaw civilization that lived there. This coastline is full of beautiful nature and wildlife. Just walking along the beach, Justin and I ran into a black bear, multiple deer, and unfortunately a dead baby whale. Overall, the Ozette Triangle is a great hike, and if you want to make a camping trip out of it, I highly recommend it. Thanks for tuning in, enjoy your trip, and I'll see you next time.
From here on out, Alec and I are going to do some backpacking into a spot here on the triangle, or just off the triangle, called South Sandpoint. And we are going to pack up all this lovely camp equipment here as soon as we're done with our coffee and head out. But that's about 2 miles off of the triangle down the beach southward. And then we have, if we so choose, 5 miles to hike to the Norwegian Memorial, which apparently is a bit of a trek, so we'll just take day packs for that. Following that, we just come back to camp, rest. Tomorrow, if we so choose to do this part of it, we have the longest route so far, which is from South Sandpoint, 2 miles back to where we are now, Sandpoint, and then another 3 miles to the corner of the triangle we haven't yet hit, which I believe is Cape Alava. And then up from there, we head back to the ranger station, which, if it's the right time of day, we should pass some hieroglyphs called wedding rocks, or petroglyphs called wedding rocks. So that'll be a pretty good time, but until then, we'll be packing up and hopefully giving an update later on the Norwegian Memorial, if we're daring enough. And also enjoying coffee. Should leave you broken-hearted. Just a man on the road. He's got everything he needs on his back. We ran into a guy that looked like he does this as an avid explorer backpacker. And we're coming up around this last outcropping. One back there, be it the one that we just left. And then this one, the one that we're coming up on. And he said, once we get to the rocks, to keep wide berth from the shore's edge because of the bear. So we saw a black bear yesterday on the beach. They don't seem to really care about us. They're just foraging for stuff that washed up, and we're gonna go ahead and give it plenty of distance, but hopefully we see it. Yeah. There he is. pretty tough, but let's see what happens. Holy shite, sir. Oh, it's just another rope at least. Yeah. Yes. Made it. Yeah. All right, so we left this morning at about 8:24 a.m. onto the beach and headed out. We were about 2 miles south of where we camped the first night. We passed that spot about an hour ago, and now we are walking towards the ocean side of the triangle back to Cape Alava, which we haven't been to yet. It was known to us that we would see a bear, more than likely. He grooms this beach day after day. And back to Cape Alava, and so far we ran into the black bear again, which wasn't really a big deal. He just moves out of your way. He's pretty small. And then we ran into a dead whale, which didn't smell very good. And poor blue whale calf didn't make it very long. So, a couple of things I would suggest. If you want to do the triangle, good for you to say you did it. I would take 2 occasions myself and spread them out. Not because it's difficult, but because you can do a lot by backpacking into Sandpoint, which is the south corner of the triangle, southmost. And then you can walk down, and if you have enough time, you can maybe see the Norwegian Memorial the next day, which we didn't get to do. High tide really screws with that. And then you can also go on over to South Sandpoint, and there are some, between you and I, really, really cool camp spots well above the beach that you can only get to by climbing a hill with some ropes. But it's up to you to find that. This area of the beach, though, as you can see, is really rugged. It's like this the whole way. It's either slick rocks, seaweed, or big rocks and, I don't know, moss and barnacles. For that, I would recommend always bringing with you some like high top rugged shoes. That's about it, you know, high tops with rugged soles. Don't wear your Converse. You'll slip and fall and hurt yourself. And maybe some trekking poles. Anyway, we'll check out Cape Alava and Wedding Rocks in a bit.
You know who made